if you roll with me.
Yes, just the right song to get us into this interview. That's Fashion by Chimano. And with me in studio, I have beauty queens, I have fashion queens, I have ladies who just look all glammed up. They've come with their crowns on. I think I need a crown. I should find one. You guys should have at least told me to try find a crown. But anyway, introducing to you guys our very own Miss World Kenya 2024-2025 second runners-up, as well as Miss Cameroon Germany. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome, very lively welcome.
Oh, you guys are looking so beautiful. Like you're such beautiful queens, and I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let us begin with you introducing yourself, officially telling them your name.
Okay. My name is Joan Joy. I am Miss World Kenya second runners-up. I am a model with 5 years experience, and aside from that, I do high fashion modeling. I also do commercial modeling.
How tall are you?
Oh gosh, very tall.
How tall?
5'11".
5'11".
Wow.
Oh, okay. I thought you were 6 because you're really, really tall.
Plus the heels again.
Yeah. All right. It's nice to get to know you. Miss Cameroon.
Well, hello Kenya, habari. My name is Stephanie Oben. I'm Miss Cameroon Germany 2024-2025. I am a student. I just finished writing my bachelor's thesis. I am also a marketing specialist, so apart from studying, I work as well, because in Germany you cannot just sit around and wait for opportunities, so you have to work in order to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And that as well, in my free time, I actually teach models. I coach models, a few models sometimes, and I love going out and having fun with friends and family, and also speaking with people like you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's an honor to have both of you here. And just to maybe put it out there, when you say you're Miss Cameroon, you know, your title is Miss Cameroon Germany, so it means you contested for Miss Cameroon in Germany, just to put it out there.
Exactly. Yeah, Miss Cameroon in Germany, but then there were other countries as well, like Switzerland, Belgium, France, Luxembourg. So it's Miss Cameroon Germany in the diaspora. It's called Miss Cameroon Germany because it takes place in Germany.
All right. Okay, let's come back to our very own queen. You know, you can just tell me about when you decided, or how, or what got to you for you to decide I'm going to contest in the Miss World Kenya 2024-2025, and was this your first time getting into the competition?
Okay. So Miss World Kenya was actually a dream for me since I joined campus. And I always knew, like, I had this dream that I want to walk on the global stage, the national stage. I went there with the mindset that I'm going to win Miss World, and it's going to be me, and you all are going to see me out there. So basically, it's my sister who introduced me to modeling. She's not particularly a model, but she had model friends. And being tall, people used to ask me, what games do you play? What games do you play? Do you do basketball? Like, I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah, because of my height. And I was like, oh, maybe I should try catwalk. So I went into catwalk, won Miss Kenyatta University, also won Miss Universities Kenya, Kupar, and those were the stepping stones for me. I was like, this time I'm getting my training, because I actually did a 3-month training to just learn catwalk, smiling, etiquette, dressing, and also question and answer, that is public speaking. So by the time I was going to Miss World Kenya, I was already a full package. I knew what I was gonna do there, and I knew that this is my dream and I have to follow it.
Yeah, and I love that. You know, our conversation today is beyond the glamour. You know, when people see such queens, you know, they just assume it's all about the glitz, the glam, looking nice, and it's all that. But she said she had to undergo training, right? And I'm like, you were taught how to smile?
Oh yeah.
So am I smiling correct?
I have a trick for you actually if you want to learn.
Can you show me how I can learn how to like smile for the camera?
So the trick is when you're on camera and you want to practice, so you can just do exactly. Then you hide your other thing. So okay, let's do it.
See? Nice.
So then it looks bright, but then your smile is really perfect. So that's how we practice. Now for us to have a very broad smile.
Yeah, that's so nice, because most of the times when you're smiling for the camera, sometimes someone can look at it and be like, ah, in this picture you have a fake smile. So now I've gotten the trick. It's just
exactly.
Oh, thank you. I've learned something new. You guys, I'm telling you, by the way, social media, I'll just be smiling.
with some attitude, you know.
Yeah. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these things, people just think it's easy. So maybe you can take us through some challenges in being a beauty pageant. You know, just what are some of the challenges that come with this? We can start with you, and then we also get to hear from
Oh
Miss
my God,
World.
if I have to start with the challenge, I don't think we have enough time here.
Yeah.
But the first thing is, so when you're, you know, in the economy, we're from Africa, and pageantry or modeling is not something that is very famous or that every parent will want their child to be. So when you grow up, they always tell you you have to become a doctor, a lawyer. So apart from that, our parents or our families don't necessarily encourage us to become models. And for that same reason, the government and, let's say, big brands, they don't offer sponsorships and aids to models. There are very few modeling academies or modeling schools for young girls. So even if I wake up one day and say I want to become a model, I don't even know where to start. There's very little resources found online, and that is something that is really sad. And apart from that, especially in Africa, there are a lot of scams in the modeling industry. So if a girl says she wants to be a model, someone can be like, okay, just come here, and if you do this for me and do this, you can become a model. Or the contracts are very deceiving. You know, a model will work hard and she will get very little pay, so the pay area is not regulated as well. So these are a few of the challenges that we are facing, and that's why I really want to call on the government, parents, institutions, brands, please support young girls and young boys that want to get into modeling, because it is a job as well. It brings in tourism to the country. There are a lot of things. So if we bring up young children and young boys and girls to follow their dreams, that a dream is not supposed to be limited to one thing. If I want to dream to be a journalist, then I should be able to be given the resources to become a journalist. If I want to be a model, then I should also be able to be given the resources to become a model. So I really pray that the government and everyone else encourage young boys and girls in this area.
What about you? What can you add on to that? You know, some of the challenges that you've gotten to face in this industry.
Yeah, so aside from finances, I'm going to speak about something that is really close to my heart, which is body shaming. In the industry, there's lots of body shaming. Like there is a standard feature or figure that people out there expect a model to have. If you have no knowledge about how a petite model should look like, a curvy model and a plus size model should look like, you tend to have a lot of judgment. I don't want to say personally or mention names about what happened to me, but someone stood up on stage and publicly declare that this girl is not fit for this and this and
on
this.
Stage?
Yeah, because her skin looks this way, maybe she looks this way. You'd find that people would go for pageants, but they just can't stand out there because maybe she has a little curves, maybe she has a few stretch marks, maybe you have a pimple here and there. We all know pimples leave black marks and stuff. And diminishing someone is not something nice. For you to just go out there, be on stage and put yourself out there takes a lot of courage. And the only thing that event organizers can do is to support us, give that encouragement, because there's social media bullying. Imagine dealing with that on social media, having to deal with it in person, and then being declared on national television that you're not fit for something. It gives you depression, it makes you have social anxiety, you can't even appear in public. And because we do lots of question and answer, meaning it's Q&A, your intellect needs to be very, very high. And if someone diminishes you, when you go out there, you can't even be able to speak. So our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. I cannot be fat when my body is meant to be thin. And if someone cannot accept that, you just have to pack your bags and go deal with it. So for us, we just avoid negative social media comments and try to do what is best for our body, like eating healthy, hydrating, sticking on a diet, and just praying.
Right. Okay. I love that. And it's unfortunate that, you know, people really feel entitled to someone else's body. I mean, it's not your body. Care about yours. You know, leave my body out of this. It's mine. It's mine. If I'm fat, if I'm thin, if you think I don't look good, that's your issue. I am me, you know. And I have to applaud some of the you know, I've gotten to attend some of these fashion events happening, Mr. Miss, and just fashion events. The previous one was actually where I met you. That is Jazz and Fashion. And I want to appreciate some of these organizers, because looking at the models who were on that runway, there were petite, and then there were also some curvy models. And it's good to just see that diversity whereby we accept this is how we look. We have thinner models, we have these curvy ones in this country, we also have plus size ones, so everyone is just appreciated. So I have to give it for fashion organizers in this country, because you get to see that they mix and match all of them in there. Probably just to, now we've had the sad bits. Let's forget about the sad part of this journey of you as beauty queens. Let's get to hear about the happy moments. Which one would you say, or what would you say was your happiest moment as a beauty queen? When is that time when you just felt, oh wow, I love doing this, I love that I chose this path?
Before I talk about that point, I wanted to add to what you said about the jazz and fashion. I really wanted to shout them out because I've attended many fashion events, and this was one of the best I've ever attended. I literally almost cried because I saw girls that looked like me with my body shape, different body shapes. I saw girls that looked like my friends. So, and all of them were well trained. So shout out to Jazz and Fashion and Pamoja Modeling Agency for the amazing job. Really, Kenya, amazing. Like Nairobi, you guys are doing an amazing job. Really.
We love visitors, so you just decide you're staying here for good. We're good.
Adopt me, guys. Adopt me, please. The best ever. Okay. So for me, it was just a few weeks ago. So when you win Miss Cameroon Germany, you have the opportunity to travel to Cameroon on a Cameroon tour. So I had the opportunity to travel to different schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and boarding schools. So we have a little bit of a political unrest in my country. We have a crisis, especially from where I'm from. So there are many children and women that have to move out because they've lost their family members, or they've lost their homes, they've lost their schools. So these children now migrate to a secure area in Cameroon. So I went to this area where the children are in school, and because they've migrated, most of their family members cannot afford basic necessities such as even writing books and pens. So even some of the schools don't even have trash cans, they don't even have drinking buckets. So what I did with the prize money I earned from Miss Cameroon Germany is that I bought, with the little I had, I bought writing materials and trash cans, and I went and gave it to them, and they were really happy and appreciative. So it brought tears to my eyes because this is something that I won from a pageant, and I could use the proceeds to give back to my community. It could be me. It could be young Stephanie. If I was still in that area, maybe I would have lost my home. Maybe I would have lost my life. Maybe I would have lost my family members. Or maybe I would have lost everything I had. So for me to see that I could bring happiness to young girls out there, and they looked at me and they asked me, how did you get to this place? I was able to explain it to them that, hey, your dreams can come true. I know now maybe an exercise book is difficult. The sun is really hot out there. It's so hot in Cameroon. So I know you hate school because the sun is hot, but if you keep up, if you stay resilient, your dreams can also come true. I've been there. The sun was also hot for me as well. And I stayed resilient and I studied hard. Too bad I did not see any beauty queen visit my school to tell me that everything will be okay. If I had seen a beauty queen, that would have been amazing. But now you see me, I just hope that once you see me, you just have that hope and just know that there is something out there. And if you keep fighting for your dreams, whether you want to be a doctor, a mother, or a gorgeous journalist like you, whatever it is you want to be, it is possible if you believe in yourself and if you work hard for it.
I love that. I love that. What's your proudest moment as a beauty queen?
So for me, I have two. Number one, you guys won't believe it. When I was on the Miss World stage, I wore this beautiful green dress. And when I was walking on that stage, for a moment I'd lost hope. But when I walked, I felt like the whole world was just gone. I could just see stars, and I was like, my dream has actually come true. It was not even about just winning the ultimate crown. Bringing that green dress, I think people can see it on my social media, was the ultimate for me. The second one is the day I got to train kids for the first time. I really love kids, and I offered to just do like a CSR to help the community. So I go train kids in different places, and they look up to you and they're like, oh, you're my role model. I'm like, do they even know what a role model is? I want to be like you when I grow up. So I talk to their parents, I partner with schools, and I teach these kids how to dress, how to talk, and how to walk on the runway. And then I get to see them doing pageants, and it just melts my heart down.
That's amazing. Beautiful stories right there. And I know even as when you get into competition, modeling competition for Miss this or Miss that, you need to have like a passion project. So was that your passion project?
No, I have another one. I do high school mentorship programs. So I go to different high schools, both boys high schools and girls high schools. I talk to them about menstrual hygiene, bullying, discovering their talents, growing in a Christian way or whichever kind of religion you believe in, just the pattern of discipline that you're supposed to uphold. I also work with people living with disabilities, meaning I get to volunteer in different programs to help them raise funds to buy wheelchairs, crutches, and even just encourage them. There's a time I was working for the Nairobi City County government. I did a rapid responsive initiative program where I did the monitoring, evaluation, and collection of data for persons living with disabilities. And we visited different areas like Mukuru kwa Jenga, down in Dagoretti, to just help those people and encourage them and know that being disabled doesn't mean that you're you're able to do something. We even created spaces for them around the CBD for them to create their own businesses and even sell something and earn a living. Yeah.
Beautiful. So what was your passion project? Was what you told us your passion project?
Yes, so my
beautiful.
passion project, the name is Beyond Borders Cameroon, but I'm hoping to expand it to Africa. Maybe I'll start with Kenya as well.
Please, please, as I said, we love visitors.
Yes, for sure. So I'm passionate about education, immigration, and bridging the gap between the people in Africa and the people in Europe. Because there's so many misconceptions that we have about people in Europe, that we just walk around and pick money in trees and on the floor, and that maybe life is easy. But there are many students that die of suicide because of the pressure of their family, and also the pressure of living in Europe and providing for your family back home. And also there are many students in Cameroon that die on their way to travel to Europe because, you know, they want to get a better life. So then the main thing about this project is just educating people back in Cameroon that, hey, if you want to travel abroad, this is the reality of it. These are the safe means of traveling abroad. And also hoping to bring back the successful Africans abroad so they can come to these schools the way I went to this school as a model. Maybe a successful doctor can go to the school and talk to them, oh, this is how I did, this is what I did to become a doctor in Germany. This is what I did to become a doctor in Europe.
They see someone who looks like them, who's, you know, kind of gotten their success or doing what they love.
And not just saying believe in yourself, but actually giving them the steps. Because when I went to these schools, I gave them each step I took, the exams that I wrote, just as a student as well, because I'm also a marketing specialist. So just the exams that I wrote, how it was for me, the behind the scenes. So because it's easy to just sit on TV and say, hey guys, believe in yourself, you can do it.
Everybody say we can do it.
We can do it. But if you don't actually tell people how they can do it, and that is the problem that we have between the Africans here and the Africans that are abroad. Africans that are abroad are keeping a lot of information. They are gatekeeping. They don't want to tell you how to do it. They want you to come and suffer like that. So why should I suffer and start from level 1 when I can just start with level 3 from the knowledge that you've given me?
I get that.
So my passion and my project is really to break that barrier. And of course, it's by starting by going to these schools and at least giving them small things to help them out, and then coming now with my little knowledge and explaining to them, and then hopefully in years to come, bringing other people to come and share their knowledge as well.
All right. As we get to finish this conversation, maybe for a young girl who's looking at you queens right now and, you know, is fascinated and they know inside them that this is something that I would want to do, what would be your advice to them, you know, for them to be able to become models and beauty queens? What would be your advice to them? Let's start with you.
Okay, to the young girl out there, you have to know that, first of all, you can do anything that you want to do in this world. The world has become a different place right now. People are more understanding. Our parents are more supportive. It's not like the 1980s. You tell your parent you want to become a model and they're like, what the hell? Go to school, become a teacher. No, follow your dream. Also show them that you are able to, like the way Stephanie said, education is very important. Show them that you can be able to balance. Do your education and then follow your path and your career. And it takes a lot of practice, a lot of training, diligence, and resilience. So you just need to know, okay, this is my path, this is the path I want to follow. Find a mentor, find someone who can guide you along the path, then practice, watch those shows. I say that if I do something for 21 days consistently, I grip it to my mind. So if you want to learn how to walk in 6-inch heels, you got to do it for 21 days. If you want to have that glowing skin, you got to learn how to drink water for 21 days. So for you, you're not small. you're big. You might think that you're tiny, but your heart and your brain is bigger than you. So you just have to follow your dream and keep pushing. Yeah,
I love that.
I really love that.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
Your message to the little one who may be watching, to the younger generation who may be watching.
I mean, she has said it all.
Yeah.
If I were to add something, what I did was that I did research. So I watched a lot of videos online. So don't be scared to reach out to somebody. Reach out to a beauty queen. Reach out to Joy. Reach out to me. Ask questions. Ask valuable questions so that they can help you move from level 1 to level 3. For example, since Joy has already passed through all of these things, you don't have to pass through every single bit, because then she already give you the tips on how to get there.
Yeah.
So reach out to these people. Get a mentor. Hopefully there'll be more modeling schools and pageant schools in Kenya and in Africa, because it's also not the girl's fault.
Yeah.
She wants to be something, but she cannot do it because she doesn't have a school to follow or something like that. So just reach out, ask people, ask questions, and invest in your dreams.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about financially. Financial part is very important, but invest emotionally, invest mentally, invest your time. If you want to do something, do it well. If you wanted to be a doctor, you spend at least 7 years in school. Same thing as a model or as a pageant queen.
Put in
the work,
time,
the time. I like how she said it takes
21 days.
Yes,
consistently doing the same thing.
yes, exactly. So if you consistently practice your card work, your communication skills, then you would obviously grab the skills. So keep doing it. And the ambassador of Cameroon in Kenya said something. She said that you have the power in you and you are able to achieve your dreams. But if you sit quiet and you don't reach out to people and if you don't put yourself out there, your dreams will not come and meet you.
That's
you
true.
have to chase your dreams.
Yeah.
So chase those dreams. And I'm rooting for you.
I love that, and that's a good way of ending this particular conversation. And by the way, there's something I read yesterday, and it was saying, if I follow you for a week, if I just follow you and your day routine for a week, will I be able to see the zeal you have for the future you that you're planning on? And that really challenged me, because it means you should be doing something for the future you that you are seeing, you know. Every single day, put in a bit of work. So if I follow you for a week, will I really tell that, okay, that girl is really, you know, seeing what she wants to become, she's really working towards being that person? Or will I be like, okay, it's just you saying it, but you're not putting in the work? So yeah. Thank you so very much, ladies, for joining me. You are looking beautiful, and I love that you're brilliant at the same time, and you have these passion projects that are really, really, you know, not self-centered. They are for the other person. I love that. So continue doing what you're doing, and all the very best in your individual journeys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, this is where we end this conversation, and this is where I also will be signing out for Entertainment Thursday. Good morning, Kenya. But don't you worry, my DJ is here ready with some mixes. He will be playing for a couple of minutes. So put your dancing shoes on and let's do this.